All right, good afternoon. The Chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center, our Legal Department, co-comrades and able viewers. I am Mrs. Solution, live from the Ikeja Allen Avenue branch. We have a case of child defilement reported by one Mrs. Stella Oriri against the child school auntie and others. According to her, she said her baby, a girl child of 3 years, was defied by the school teacher according to the statement of the child. Please join us as we interview her and contact the authority that is presently treating this case for a better and to ensure justice prevails for the innocent child. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. We ought to have treated much case today, but because of the internet, we're waiting to just come up. So be with us, please. Be mindful of your comments. No link is permitted to be shared in this page. And please, let's reason together in a positive way. God bless you. Uh, Madam Stella, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay, can you speak up? Speak loud. Sit comfortably, sit up and tell us exactly what happened. Take your time, one after the other. How you take the child to school, what happened, how you were contacted. Take your time and give us detail of what happened.
I registered my daughter.
I say speak loud. That is why
I
I say
registered
speak
my
up.
daughter on the 4th of October last month, 2022, 2021, of which I discussed with the director that I have seen a job working across the road there, the only company precisely. Then he then asked me, how much will you pay? Will you afford? I told him that my salary for now I only afford 5,000. He said, okay, no problem, that he would be able to discuss with a female teacher that will be taking care of the child after school hour. I said, okay, no problem. Unfortunately, I put the child under the care of the school, and the child was with her. Then on Monday last week, I took the child to school. She didn't complain of anything, nothing, nothing. Then before that 5 p.m., our agreed time, the lady called me on the phone, which is Mrs. Elizabeth, that is the principal. She called me on the phone and told me that she's rushing somewhere at Okoko to go and buy something. That she want to drop the child with a female hairdresser opposite the school. I told her no, that instead of that, let her bring the child back to me at the company. She said, okay, no problem. I told her that let her be coming then. She met me at the gate there. When she was bringing the child, I saw the look of my child because she is so jovial to me. She was not bright and she was not okay. I asked her, Mama, what is it? She then told me instantly that my auntie took hand inside my toto and explaining her. And immediately the lady just hand over that child to me. She was walking straight. Then I beckoned her, I called her. I said, look at what my child just told me now. She said, are you that does not used to talk in the class? Now why are you saying this kind of word? So
She was
then
telling your child.
she told me that and my child here. Then she then said that the cleaner in the school is the one that used to wash them. So she knows nothing about it, that maybe by the time that she was washing her private part, maybe she sustained an injury and I left. Being that it was mirrored, I could check my daughter. Then we went home. Immediately we got home, the child was still crying. My elder sister that came from America, from London, she then walked straight to her in the kitchen. I still reported that issue to her. My auntie told me that, do you hear what this child is saying? That go and check her. I said, okay. I asked her, Mama, what is it? Immediately I opened my daughter's leg. What I saw, then I looks as if I could not be able to because I'm not used to it. Then I said the next day follow her to school. They asked the auntie, of which I did. But throughout that night, she was restless, crying all over her body, behaving strange. Her body was hot, as if I don't really know. My head behaving, touching her head. I gave her paracetamol, no way. Till 4 a.m. p.m., I still carried this child on my hand. Then after 4 a.m., she'll be able to sleep. And she wake up around after 8. I took her to school. The auntie then now called the cleaner and brought out a lady and told me that I asked them before me that who this child said something to the mother that this woman, she was pointing at my daughter, that this woman told her mother that they touched her for her tutu. The lady then now said, me, that is your class teacher. That is it because I don't need to touch in the class and I flogged you. And that is why you went home to go and tell your mother this kind of tedious word. Today I'm going to flog you again. So the child
The teacher started training.
yes, that is what the teacher said. Then the
You
cleaner
are
then
present.
in my presence. The cleaner then said, no, I've not since she started school, I've never washed her bumper, I asked her. I said there was a day that when I came to pick the child, I saw that both the pants, both the clothes she wore and everything was soaked and they wrap it in a nylon. I asked them, then they wear her another clothes that is not even mine. I asked them why. They told me that that child that she put on her body. I said she put on these pants and bought the shirt and everything. They said yes. I didn't say anything. Then I left. I asked the cleaner that, but that day that you people change everything. And since that day, because I'm very, very wise, since that day, if I'm taking her to school, then the next day they gave her school uniform and the school jacket. If I'm taking her to school, I will put the school jacket on the bag. I will put extra clothes. But since that day, they have never changed any extra clothes for her.
Face it.
Okay. Since that day, they have never changed any extra clothes for her. I asked her, I said, because since that day that you people change everything and you people have never changed anything, that what really happened to my child? They said, nothing. Then I left. I took her to health center. When health center confirmed it, Afomida health center, Afomida confirmed it. The woman was speaking Yoruba, we calling, begging on people, and people gathered that look at that this child has been defied. Say, madam, your child has been defied. A male teacher can be speaking with your child. I say, is that so? So I was very, very annoyed to help me. So I went back straight to the school. They said that madam, if trouble that you want to make, that the owner is in abroad and he has money and he is a friend to this Mohammed International, and then calling the people that is a influential man that's going to lock me up, threaten me, all those things. I said, okay, no problem. So I went down to my pastor where I used to go for prayer. The pastor then said that you go for a test. I still took her to Navy Hospital. When I got there, they told me that the doctor is not around, that I should come back the next day. Then I still went back to the school, that they should tell me what happened to my child because my child was restless and she did not walk well and she haven't behaved like this. So they told me that they are going to call the principal in the other branch at Church Boston. And when they came, they now presented another female teacher again, that is the class teacher, not their first one. That one then followed us down to the hospital. But when that one was going, she didn't say anything. I was just watching them, watching everything. Then a woman from the street then came out and told me that she's Lolo's wife. And was telling that woman, the principal that they brought, that as we are going to their own school doctor hospital, that the doctor should present to me their medical report and give them their own medical report and send one to their lawyer. I said, okay, no problem. That everything will be okay. Then we went there. When we got there, the school doctor then said that actually what he saw, because he and a nurse, one nurse was checking. They were asking, they were checking fluid, this, that. I asked what is the problem is actually that they are doing their examination. He then said that actually that he saw traces of bruises around the vagina where the child used to urinate. But he could not, as I think, could not tell who did this to the particular teacher that did this to the child. That what he's going to say that they should call the director and let him mark that camera. He asked the principal, is there any camera in the school there? He said no. She said no. That in their other branch at Church Boston, there are cameras all over everywhere. that he should try and send down camera all over the classes to know the particular teacher that is doing this thing. He said, okay, no problem. Then he gave my daughter some. I then asked, what do we do now? Because my daughter is restless, behaving somehow, hotness all over. I've tested her. And thank God in that place, they should test her, malaria, everything was okay. That's why is it? He then now gave me some drugs. That these drugs, everything will be okay. He then advised me that I should not further to go to general hospital, that they are not going to see anything. I will just leave it, and was telling the principal that they should try and meet me in the house and know how to settle this issue. We left. Since then, I've been waiting whether if there's anything that's going to come up. I asked for the director phone number and they refused giving me. But that woman, that day I told her that give me the director's number. And the director spoke with me that as we are going to meet the doctor, that if actually it happened, that he knows what to do, that he's coming down to Nigeria. I said, okay, no problem, then we left. For there again, I went straight to the police and reported the issue. The woman sent me back that on your own, take her to hospital. I said, I've taken her to Navy Hospital and I've taken her to health center. The woman that gave me a medical report to Igodo General Hospital. On reaching Igodo General Hospital, when the doctor checked at everything, the doctor was just shaking head. The doctor then on sexual assault, the department. So after they have checked and do everything, interview me, then they do some tests. I requested for my test result. They refused giving me my test result up to date. Then I went back again. I said, when
When
are
is
you
this giving you your check?
report in Igodo General Hospital?
Okay.
That they are going to send it down to the police. Then I told the police people that get these people arrested, especially that lady that I do keep this child in her custody. Let her tell me what actually happened to my daughter.
Yeah.
She then now said that I should bring money. I told her I did not have money and the company has not paid me. I just started that job. And meanwhile, what happened on that fateful day? They have to write the balance I'm owing them and the daycare money I put inside the bag for my daughter to give to me. I wish I reported this issue at the police station, but those people denied it. That's what they have written before. Then when we went to the police station, they said I should bring money or I should go and hire motor. So people then I followed one officer from one of my family far person, then I came and met with the woman and told her that you are the people for sexual assault. That why are you people still delaying? Get these people arrested because this child, she need proper treatment because the urine that is coming out is smelling as if an adult urine and is yellow in color. And the yellow, this thing is staining her pint, of which the pint is here with me as an evidence. So they told me that I should not worry. They now told those people that how much, they asked the woman, how much do you need for you to go and get those people arrested? She then said we should go and bring motor. That the next day, which is on Thursday, that is the day before yesterday, that is on Wednesday, we then went there. When I got to the police station, I then said, okay, we have looked for the motor, and this is the motor. Your other assault women, the two women that was there, then I said that after bringing this motor, that I should still go and bring money. I said, those men that follow me down here ask you, what do you both need? You both said you don't need money, but you only need a vehicle. Now that I brought vehicle, now they now tell me that I should send the driver back and go and meet those people to bring money. I said, those people have gone to work and their officer, they are working somewhere. So what do we do now? So I went straight to the woman. I said, mommy, look at. She then said, we should not worry. Then she ordered somebody to go and fetch those people out. Then when we got there, I personally arrested that lady. She then write an invitation because the principal, that lady that is heading that particular school as ATL back of Naval Hospital there, she told me her name is Beatrice. But when we got there, they said we are looking for Miss Beatrice. She said her name is not Beatrice, that her name is Elizabeth. The police said, okay, you are needed. Madam, do you know who you came for? I said, yes, this person. Then the other hand we went. When we got to the police station, before reaching there, I met lawyer and met other people, the school elders, this and that, and we were there. So she was denying, judging here and there, then she was detained there. Then later on, they told me that I should go. I said no, that I'm waiting for somebody because I want to really know what is to come next. Then after We went to the DCO. The DCO interviewed everything. The DCO then said that the cleaner and the class teacher and that main teacher that is in that school, that they say is only main teacher, that they refused me seeing and interviewing him, according to what head center told me, that is the main penetration that has entered into my daughter Zion, 3 years. So I want to ask that main teacher that they should allow me to interview that main teacher. They said no, that he's not my daughter class teacher, that he's into on that class. I said yes, because the child plays around, that he can do that. They said no. I said okay. Instead of that, then the DCO ordered for them that that main teacher, the class teacher and the cleaner should be invited out to the police station. Immediately we invite them to the police station, they walk me out. They say I should stay outside. They lock the door. I told them that, ma'am, the complainant, let me know what they are. They said no, that if I'm present there, they will not be able to talk what really happened. I was outside till evening time. I was not happy. I feel injustice. I said, okay, let me just wait. Then one of the officers telling me, calm down. It's painful. For a little child like this, her vanity is being destroyed and everything. I said, okay. So I was just bearing the pains. But since then, I've been taken her from different hospitals because I'm not happy. Then after that bleeding, they now brought me out. When they now called me, when they called me, they were not asking the other director, the principal in church bus stop. That one started talking, and I'm the one that requested for those drugs. I said, if there's nothing wrong with my daughter, will your school doctor give her drugs? They were still talking here and there, talking here and there. I said, okay. But the main teacher, they did not allow me have access to me to interrogate or anything. Then they were inside. The lawyer came to me, was saying, are you not sure that maybe it's nail that took her? I showed the picture book to him. I said, sir, instantly, my daughter, because she could not control her wee-wee, her urine part, she wee-wees anyhow. Instantly, she just urine just came out. I said, lawyer, barrister, just take a look. He said, child. The woman have destroyed the child. He was interviewing me. Has they no in it? I said, no, in my house. We live in 3-bedroom flat. I don't allow her to play with anybody. My own just to take her to school. Then we close 5. Before I will come and pick her and go home. It's night already. We are tired, so no friend, nothing. So they said, okay, no problem. Then the school elder then told me that who among the teachers that do this thing must be sent to jail because it's trying to damage the image of the school. So that is just it. Then on that day, they were asking me, the woman for assault and all those ladies, those officers were telling me, go home now. I said no, because someone advised me that I should stay till all the organs have gone home so that they might not bail them. So after they might have left, then I have to go home. Then the next day, which is yesterday, I wanted to go to that same Igondo Junior Hospital to ask for that result. And I personally want to see the result of my daughter because when the doctor was checking out, the doctor was saying that this child has been destroyed and my daughter has been complaining of ribs. Like yesterday when she woke up, she could not stand up. On me was complaining of ribs. And when I'm seeing all those things, I will feel down somehow. Then I went straight to the Gondo Junior Hospital. On my way going, the officer called me that where am I? I said on my way going to the Gondo Junior Hospital to see, ask for the results. They said I should come down to the station. I have to drop and go back to the station. Then the officer was telling me that we can't keep suspects here for 24 hours, that 48 hours, that they want to release them. I said, why? I said, do you see the picture and do you see the pains I'm going through? Instead of that, we will take you to instead of that, we are going to take people to court. I said, better. I said, what of the hospital people? Because they told me that they are going to send the result down to people. The police said, have they sent the result? Because today making it 3 days. It is on Monday. They said no. That I said, okay, I'm going there. Let me go and pick the results. There is the result that's going to determine the next steps. They said, but you said that your family. I said, yes. I said, let me go there. So on my way going to the hospital, they said I should not go. I should not go. They have spoken with them. The result is not yet. I said, no, I want to collect it myself. I'm the mother. I'm right. I have a right to collect my daughter results. I went there by myself and I did the test by myself. So I want to see it by myself. It's like there's something they are hiding from me. I don't know. Then they called me that I should come back. I said, no, let me go and pick the result. They say, okay, no problem. Then on my way going, I saw a crowd of people. Parents, they said, I said, madam, come, are you the child parent? We are here, we are the family of these people for settlement. They told us for settlement. I said, there's nothing like settlement. I said, because there was no sort of settlement that the statement my auntie told me on the phone that, do you want to settle at your own child detriment? That do you know what they have done to your child? So she then abandoned the call. Then I went. When going to the hospital, when I got there, I request for the test. They said, Madam, go. I said, no, I need the result. He said, we are going to send it down to the hospital. I said, no, I'm entitled to see my result. I said, because look at what the officer just told me, that they are going to release hospital. And I told them no. And they said, okay, they are not going to release them, that they will wait. That's when I came. So I was still telling them that my child is complaining of risks and all these things, that people advised me that, is there any scam? That apart from this treatment, that treatment they gave to her is treatment to flush her sperm and all those things out of her body. I said, okay. They now said that no, that we should wait for the result. I was telling them that the risk, they said, Madam, please go get out. I said, go to the general hospital there. I bear the pain. So for there, I could not control myself. I screamed, I said, I want to see the director or the manager in the Gondo General Hospital to let the complaint that I want to see my daughter result. If there's something they are hiding from me, because in future I'm the one that is going to suffer it. That I was once a victim and I don't want my children, my child to be a victim. A 3 years child, a child that I labor for, I suffer for, a child that when I was in labor, nobody, I personally signed for the operation at the Gondo General Hospital. Nobody. And the doctor was very bitter that I suffered for since all these years I'm laboring for. That somebody say he chop me or in the CRIES, come tamper with my child. I say no. They say, Madam, please get out of this office. Go, 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 go. That maybe on Friday, which is tomorrow, I should come with the officer to come and pick the result. I said, the officer told me that they have called people. And let's call them. They were calling the number was ringing, and she did not pick. I said, okay. I said, you should play your game. Then I left. On my way coming home, because I lost the contact of his phone. There's somebody in that Uganda Regional Hospital was telling me that there are some human rights, and they gave me the number and I came. Then when I went back to the police station, I saw those sexual assault police officer going out. I said, are you back? He said, you know the year what you know the year what? The guy is able to bring it up. I said, since when? This child is dying. If there is scan and anything, people are advising me, take her to scan if there's any damages, because it's not that you will know what happened to your child. He then said that it's tomorrow and that tomorrow. Then one of the officers then I said, leave her and tomorrow, instead of her, let her come and go there by herself and collect it. I said, what are those people? He said, the day inside. I said, okay. I left. My mind just told me that I should go to the counter. When I got there, I didn't see them. I asked the officer there in charge that, please, I'm looking for all these teachers. I said, they have gone, they have released them. I said, why? Without my consent? So I wanted to shout and demonstrate in that place that why? They now said that go and see the DPO. When I got there, the DPO was with people. So I waited. After the people have left, I went straight to the DPO. I said, DPO, sir, I've heard that they've released these people. Who must have came here to bail them? He then said that the cleaner, the one that have the baby, she cannot be kept in the custody there. I said, okay, if it's only that one that they release, what of the male teacher? And what have you said? That male teacher and everybody with the same police that is going to transfer the case down to Ikeja. I said, okay, no problem. I opened the phone. I showed the picture. I said, look at my daughter. I said, why do people release these people? He then said that I should wait, that tomorrow, which is Friday, that I should come to the station. I said, okay, if these people might have asked to come, and who might have come here to bail them? Is it the lawyer or I was not told. Then some officer just told me, as far as the people have told you, go ahead. Tomorrow, very early morning, go to the Gondo General Hospital, go for that your result. And if they didn't give it to you, then you come back to the DPO. But I was not satisfied. That's why I came here for justice.
You have the DPO number.
Yes, it's my phone.
Please bring the office phone and equally bring her. Write the DPO number here. Okay. many numbers right here?
That one, that pencil. That one.
How they say?
This is the PO number.
Is that the only number? How do you know the number? Where do you take the number?
They wrote it. They wrote it bold on the wall as the PO number. I asked for the woman sexual assault for her number. She said she don't disclose her number to anybody. Even the officer that followed me down there, the same thing he told them. She told them.
You mean this number down or the one?
The one down, 69.
DPO number is supposed to be. Hello? Hello, good afternoon, sir. Am I speaking to the DPO OKOKOMAIKO? I'm not flashing you. I'm calling you. Sorry? The girlfriend said I should call you. His number is not connected. And he's telling me I'm flashing. How many minutes? You would have allowed me to talk to him. Let me send him the credits. I'm not flashing. His number is not connected. Hello, good afternoon, sir. Okay, my name is Mrs. Solution. Am I speaking to the DPO OKOKOMAIKO? Sir? Okay, I'm calling from Human Rights Defender and Access to Justice Office, Ikeja. Can you hear me, please? Okay, we got a complaint from one Mrs. Stella Oriri,
Mother of Uri Zion.
mother of a 3 years child, Oriri Zion. Said she reported the case of pedophile in your office. That her 3 years daughter was defiled by from her school where the child is schooling. Yes. Well, we don't really need much. We're only calling to inform the office that we're interested in the case, and the case should please be transferred to gender, where they can. I can't hear you, sir. We are told already that. Excuse me, sir. Yes. We all know that Lagos State government, I don't know if you have a gender in your place. Let the case, we may write to official later. Let the case be transferred to gender, sir. I can't hear you, sir. Yes, say she lost confidence in your office already. That they are threatening her there and you have released all the suspects. I can't hear what you are saying, sir. She had principal suspect in that case because she left her child in custody of a teacher in that place. Please, sir, we want that case transferred to gender tomorrow, sir. Insulting you. She said she lost confidence in your office. And it's her right. If she says she lost confidence in your office and they have other senior office that treat such case, I've already, the position you have reached so far, you have tried your best. You have not done anything wrong. But all we know, we want the case transferred to gender, sir. You said what, sir? I should call who? Sir, excuse me, sir. Where they have conducted tests on that child, normally they're supposed to send that child to Mirabel for proper test, which is she have told them. They said they sent the child, and the child is still sick. She's right in our officer. They said they took the child to Igondu the General Hospital for a test. Excuse me, sir, please. We want Mirabel to run test on that child, and we want the case transferred to gender in command, sir. Thank you, sir. Let's Barrister Dave write to OKOKOMAIKO transfer of that case to gender. Then first thing tomorrow, they have to take the child to Mirabel. Mirabel is supposed to have closed, but they are supposed to take this child straight to Mirabel, not any hospital or clinic around them. But for sure, justice will prevail in the child case. By God grace.
Thank you. Where is that miracle?
It's in education.
It's tomorrow morning we are going to come down here.
Because already it's already at 2.
Okay, they close to them.
They must have been supposed to have jail, and whatever results they have from there, even if they transfer the case, Mirabel will still refer the child. Command will still refer the child to Mirabel.
Because I'm not sure of the one they are doing over there. Because one officer told me vividly yesterday, called me secretly, as I don't want anybody to see me or to anybody, that they brought a lot of money. That is why, and if care is not taken, if I do not move forward, I'll just close the case like that.
If he had told you he wants to transfer the case to Ikeja, so why did he not say demonstrate it there? But from your statement, you said they will transfer the case to Ikeja.
That's what he told me. That's what the DPO told me last night. That he transferred it to Ikeja head office. And then I said, if you have transferred them, you shouldn't have released those people. They should have tried them along. If they have absconded, don't come. And who might have absconded to bail them? I show you the
All right,
picture.
please. The call line is 09030002474. You can call in for a peaceful advice any line for this woman and from others to learn on how to take uh, care of their girl child. I read some comment where some of you are saying if she say find color whatever in her child, there's possibility that they not be changing the diapers constantly. So all those things, some of the comments you are dropping there, you can call in so that you can learn from others and let others also learn from your statement too. Thank you. Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, ma. Good afternoon, ma.
Afternoon, please.
Yeah, I'm calling from Okoko.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Yes, ma. So, now, today, madam,
You are speaking to Mrs. Solushola.
who?
Mrs. Solushola.
Ma, so just tell me about that. Yeah, she just like, this is the
The case of Fidopa, child defilement reported by Oriri Stella.
question.
Yeah, 3 years child that was defiled in her school.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put that on there. I need to talk to you.
I can't hear you.
I said I will put that, but I need to talk to you.
You need to talk to me.
Yes, ma.
Okay, go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah. That case
Yes, ma'am.
is a child of 3 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
And the girl said, I just I have to put down the book.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we now went to the school to invite the auntie. Who did that auntie? In fact, he has a class teacher. He has the auntie that's taking care of her.
Yes,
She is at the club before the mother will come and pick her.
ma'am. Yeah.
Then she began to not get anybody. This is the person that did that thing. We have to pack the area there and in the school. About 4 of them
Yes, ma'am.
back inside the bed. Then there is one boy in the school, 20 years old boy. Because it's the only boy in that school. We have to carry that boy to school to join. Okay, you now, who is this person that did this to you? He said, my auntie. My auntie, see the auntie, tell us the auntie. The girl will just laugh. No girl will remove her clothes, remove her pipe. We will be talking about her. I said, okay, you take the fact. Because you people said we should be using the IVA. IVA said they cannot attend to us. They now give us the duty to Donto. So we are using Donto.
Hmm.
IVA with the brother, they work together. So we are using Donto for any department or anything. So in the talk, we are waiting for the result. They promise us tomorrow, Friday, that the result will be out. Okay, we cannot find the whole system inside the cell. Let us give them this mail. When the results come outside, we'll find them. We will not know whether the girl will tell us this is the person that did that. If you cannot tell us, we'll find everybody to the court. Come to that say, okay, oh, this is how it will be.
Okay, well, according to the woman in question, she said she's suspecting foul play in your station already. And this is the case of a pedophile case is what Lagos state government as a whole has zero tolerance for that. Hence, they recommend Mirabel gender at police command. A situation like this, at least police command supersede your office. The best thing they should do, they've not even run other tests on the child from Mirabel. So we advise they transfer the case to gender. Let proper, I mean, investigation be done on those people, because a child of 3 years that nobody have investigated, even interrogate those people for anybody to like confess or admit how the child was defiled. Okay, if you cannot find who defiled the child, what about the carelessness of the teachers and the guy other people that the child was kept in their custody? So I don't think there is you've tried your best, of course, but I think we'll have other more experienced people in the command that can do more better on that aspect. Hence, we are appealing to the office, they should make transfer of the case to command man.
Yeah, we are going to do that. Because
Thank
I
you.
don't think I'm new with this gender. I'm the one who was starting first time.
Okay, ma'am.
Before I was posted to Google, yes. So
Okay.
I'm not in the yes. I'm not new with this. Since they are giving us the game of people that will be affected, that the therapy is too far from us. I'm not the one. I said all the coaches. They are the one that said, okay, this is the hospital that's close to you, that will be used. Eh? So
Yeah.
this woman of perspective, I don't really understand. Meanwhile, let us get the result tomorrow as
It's,
the promise. We
it's,
will
all,
get the result. We will transfer the case.
it's all right, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Well,
that, that place.
right.
Okay, what's your name again, ma'am?
Mrs. Olushola, Mrs. Olushola.
Solution.
Yeah, Queen Olushola.
I will start the number.
It's okay. And your name, ma'am?
I'm Nigerian. I'm the
OC.
yes, the family support unit.
Okay. Thank you. This one, yeah, is this your number that she using?
Yes, that down that end with 69.
Huh?
That end with 69.
Is this your number that she using? So she have the number. Do you have the pen or you? Don't show that pussy on your hand.
Okay.
Okay, the call line is 09030002474. If you have any advice for this young lady, you are too much not to have any word for her. That is what I'm praying. That's what I'm asking. Please do that. And thank you, the 167 people that have shared. God bless you. I prayed for you. You will never experience this kind of evil in your family around your children. Good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, please.
I'm calling from Italy.
Okay.
Alia from Italy.
Alia, how are you?
Hello, your name is?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
There's a case that I'm interested. The one in your office, I don't know if you said that. The one that
Go ahead. Go ahead.
the one that president is handling now. About that one 3 years old child that they tamper with.
Okay, go ahead. We can hear you now. I've already said you should go ahead.
Okay. That little child, I'm interested in that thing. We should transfer the case and let's see where we go about it. Because that child is weak, we cannot explain ourselves. How can they go for to the school? That they are sending her up and down without notice. Bringing out to see if it's real. That the tamper with that child. If the little child, she cannot explain herself.
Exactly. So you heard what she said. He said, well, even the child that we're asking, how can somebody that they touch cannot point who touch you. How can you expect such a that is the reason why they are not capable of handling, because when you meet specialists, they will have a way of taking truth out of the child on how the child can even point who touch her bum bum. It's an not this.
Madam, she just still mention that teacher or that accent.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. That is what we do. There is there for sure. We have already asked them to transfer the case. We will ensure we follow up. Let them transfer the case to command either tomorrow latest. Tomorrow is Friday. If they not get their this thing, the latest on Monday, we'll be able to have them in the house. Yes, sir. Imagine. And she, okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. The call line is 09030002474. Good afternoon, your name and where you are calling from.
Hello, sir.
Afternoon.
We're calling from Port Harcourt.
Elizabeth from Port Harcourt.
Yes, I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Yeah, let's look at this case. Honestly, as I'm sitting down here, I'm not even time for them. A minor, 3 years old, born, so painful, so painful.
Yeah.
Honestly, Mrs. President, please, don't get justice for that child. Honestly, it's so painful, it's really touching. Me, I have 2 girls. I don't know, I just don't know. Even they are not back from you, but I'm just from hand that it is very bad. It's so painful, so painful.
That is
But
true.
I'm so sorry about that. Please, don't take her, don't be strong. By God, by the grace of God, you get justice.
Yeah.
You get justice. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, my dear sister. Thank you for calling. I don't know. I believe it's just because police are not allowed to brutalize people again. Otherwise, by now, would have heard, understand what people are using the children to do with all this thing, all this constant and all this abuse of kids these days. I know they are using it for something, because no child of 3 years. What is a child of 3 years that is appealing to a man, an adult, that wants to have, I mean, be sleeping with the child? Your name and where you are calling from, please. Good afternoon. Can you speak up? Okay, go ahead, please. Please do that. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, my dear sister. Yes, if you can increase the volume of your this thing. Go ahead, ma'am. Imagine it. Amen. 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 Thank you very much. Yeah, Kufu. Kufu. The call line is 0903 00024. 2474. Your name and where you are calling from.
Hello. Hello.
Oga, turn down the volume of what you are watching from.
Okay, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I'm Mr. Victor calling from FNC.
Go ahead.
Actually, I'm interested in that case. First of all, that school is supposed to be closed down. Then that case should be shifted from that school to a DPO setting because there's something fishy going on here now.
Yeah.
Something that might have died. DPO, they don't have any right to the suspect until they have guaranteed that suspects are not there. So since they have not given guarantee, they don't have any right to visit the suspect. So I suggest should be shifted from that DPO setting and also that school should be able to close down. Hello.
Yeah, go ahead. Good afternoon. Your name and where you are calling from. All right, the call line is 0903 Hello, 2474 is the call line. All right, I want to use this opportunity to also appeal to every one of you to please remember our Widows Empowerment Program that is coming up second week of December. Please, if you have your old clothes, you have your spaghetti, you have your rice, you have your tomatoes, oil, wherever and whichever and whatever you think you can afford for them, please do. God will bless you. And for those that remember the widow, God will always remember you and take you out of unnecessary issue, please. Good afternoon, your name and where you are calling from. Sorry, we can't hear you. If you can help us speak up, then we can hear you, please. Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you a little. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I
Sorry?
don't know what's happening in Nigeria. This is getting out of hand. I need something to keep like that.
Can you hear? They can't hear you, please. Maybe you can call back.
Such is such case. Very sad.
Yeah, I believe they are using
As
this
long
children
as she
for
has lost confidence.
She have lost confidence, she have lost confidence. You can't force somebody to gain justice in your favor after the person have lost confidence. Once they have lost confidence, transfer the case.
Just know something. That's with this human rights. Justice should be done.
Love Akọ̀wọ̀ Ine, Charles Davis, Olajumoke, ABJ Marufat. Please, Akwachila Pijade, please, I'm begging you people, I've mentioned you, and tomorrow if I find you without seeing your widow support, I'm going to arrest you. I have a way of arresting people now, even without coming to your house. Esther Efena Madu Ekenedichukwu, please. Adam Akoti Sani Sabo, you know your name. Chika Mosi Victoria, I hope you know your name. Don't fall my hands. No amount is too little, and let's drop. You send it to the widow. If you want to send Indomie, whatever you want to send, please, you can send it to our office. then love better show that love towards these widows. I don tell you, I don dey warn you people. I'm dropping the account number and you have to show yourself before the end of today. Zero 01057343006 Access Bank. Yes, so that is it. Thank you, Adam Akanti. God bless you. That's why I dey talk of you. Adam Akanti. Shina, we don't talk of this thing. And for, please, brief update. Where I think there was a delay in that um, test of Oluchi and Favor, but we have been called from the police station today, and the results are ready. So we will be going to court to announce to you as soon as we be on our way to court for that. And it's the reason why we are giving hope to Mrs. Stella here. She should relax her mind, not to have BP. Justice will prevail for the child. In 2022, by God's grace, we are going to open a separate account for feed-up children that are any child identified. We are going to be sending support to that line so as to get a sound lawyer that will stand for those children, not just to be sent to court, even if they are sent to court, to ensure that the perpetrators are prosecuted and we make sure they pay dearly for that. Please, those sensitive areas, we should channel our mind, our passion towards that, so that in the nearest future we will not have sad girls all over because of their experience. When the mother was talking, you heard her saying that she had experience of such, which nobody know the kind of experience she had. And come what may, she can demand for her justice anytime. You understand me? Whoever, if you have ever been defiled and you know who defiled you, can wake up anytime and take it up with the person. You get me? So if you are not alive to speak for your child, that little child know who touches her. And if she grow up in that environment, at one point she want to speak up. So it is better. I thank God women, ladies, girls these days are speaking up against any form of injustice like this. Because if you shy away from the truth, at the end, you will have yourself to be blamed. Because you can't be defiled and you don't want to speak up because you feel anybody, somebody somewhere will laugh at you or bully you. No, speaking up is most important because you will definitely get justice for such injustice or any form of right abuse you must have experienced from anybody. This is a case that they need to even go to school and interview other children, which is what we should do. If they transfer this case, we don't mind. We are still going to pay help people. Let them have some support that we need to take up this case. They need to visit the school and investigate the school properly and okay. And also investigate the kids, interview those kids. Because if they have been defiling other children, or maybe some other parents have known they are not talking, then maybe some children have been defiled, they are not also talking. So if you interview the kids, you will realize that the same person must have defiled other kids, and anyone that they pointed accusing finger on must have been the one responsible for this child. So please, that is what, let the case be transferred first, and we were sure we'll do the mobilization for them to do their proper work. This case cannot be swept under carpet. It's not possible. All right, the account number is pasted there. Access Bank on 0105734306. That is HRDAJAC, is Human Rights Defender Access to Justice Advocacy Center for Widow Support Program. That is the account number. Please, 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 Akawa Chidalati, don't fall my hand. Augustina Ubaka, don't fall my hand though. I don't, I dey write my name. Even as you come now, I don't write and put some paper. Tomorrow I don't put that name. Benjamin Odile, love Akwawo in me. All right. Thank you very much for 208 of you that have shared. I beg you, please, in situations like this, don't keep story like this to yourself. This is not just a mentor. This is not just a debt recovery. This is not just a normal case we are treating. This case is very sensitive not to be shared. This case is very sensitive to keep to ourselves. This case is very sensitive to just watch and drop comment without even a peaceful or a word of advice for this young lady. This case is very sensitive for some of you to watch the case and you just pass by, you shout hello, oh my God, I cry, I do this. No, your meaningful comment can go a long way. Your calling in can go a long way. Your advice to this young lady can go a long way. Your courage can go a long way. I just want to appeal to every one of you. Please, in case like this, I don't want anybody to fold hands. If you have interest in the case, however you want to support, let me tell you one thing. Most cases you watch that will take to court, they are not free of charge. I must tell you people the truth and nothing but the truth. We spend our money every now and then to ensure justice for victims in this office. We have suspects in the cell, you must pay for COVID-19 test even before any other thing is done. You must do all your duplication of document printing and all that, typing and to DPP and everything. It's not free of charge. We pay enough for suspects to be there and to ensure we press charges to ensure justice for victims. It's not free of charge. If they're taking suspects to prison, they pay warders for that. So please, don't think we just fold our hand. Once we talk here, is just like, no. We run expenses on daily basis. As she appear in this office, you don't collect dime from her. Did you pay a kobo in this office?
No.
She don't pay kobo in this office. going back to where she come from now, we have to support and encourage her by giving her transport so that she will not lose courage, so that she will not consider how can she have transport coming back again to Ikeja from wherever she's coming from. You have to be responsible for her transport, the feeding, to ensure she don't lose courage. She don't come back or leave here, somebody offer her something and all of a sudden she disappear with the child. We have seen a lot. So I begged you, you are 427 left in this page. And I want you, just the same way you don't want such to happen to your child, your grandchild, your niece, anybody close to you, not even an enemy, because if you detest and you hate injustice, you hate injustice even if it's your enemy that it happened to. Ensure this thing go viral, share it. I don't know the numbers of your friends in your page, in your own personal page or whatever pages you are creating. Please ensure this thing go viral. And people, I advise parents, mother, I know if you're a single mother how difficult it is to take care of a child. It's a big task, and mostly when it comes to a girl child. These days you don't look away thinking you have a child, your child is still a child, a small child who is looking at the child. No, the world has turned something else. They are not looking into the teenagers anymore. Before, if you have a child from age 13 upward, even 15 upward, that is when you will have in mind, oh, somebody may touch her, somebody may play rough play with. But these days they have turned away from the teenagers. They are facing the right mind of children. So the awareness have to go viral, which we are still going to do more this December before we enter January. Know who you leave your child with and constantly check on your child. Communicate with your child. A child of 3 years can communicate fluently. Depends on how you play with the child and how you are trying to train the child. If you see a 1 year child, a year or one, maybe 1.5 year to 2 years child in the Western world, you will never believe it's a child of 1 year plus. They are so inquisitive, they ask questions, and their parents cannot deny them answer. You let them know some certain things so that you can easily communicate with your child in this kind of situation. Yes, ma, go ahead.
Yes, I just want to advise all parents, please be your children's friends and lead, train them by example.
Yeah.
It is not what you tell them, it is what you do that they try to do. If you are the parents, you're the sort that talks too much,
Yeah.
your children will be playful and talk too much.
Exactly.
If you are the parents that just play with friends, you don't have a limit to the way you play with people, such will be the way your children will behave. But the most important thing, to our training with our children, whether minor
according to whatever, according to the initial this thing, they were suspecting it was hand, but it is not hand. They confirmed that it was a male penetration. That is an adult who was sleeping with a child of 3 years. Yeah. Don't show them if your child comes back from school and she wants to talk. Ah, what is this? Go and sit down, lie down. Have you eaten? Lie down. No. Take time to listen to the child. I believe the day this thing happened to this child, if you are not sensitive to know how she usually play and you study her mood, you wouldn't have known that something went wrong with your child. Good afternoon, your name and where you are calling from. Hello, can you turn down the volume of what you are watching from, please?
Yes, after the question. That's
Afternoon, please.
okay. I'm calling to Abuja. My name is Duke.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah, listen, there's an account number on the screen.
Yes, ma'am.
And yes, I just sent money to you for what I sent the purpose for this, the 3 years old baby. And just I've called before,
Okay.
money to take up there. I've just sent anything. I've sent something already to your first one.
Okay,
And I
ma'am.
want to speak to you before. If you have been trying to speak the law, please increase it from today. You just need everything in request. So you and my prayer I will be on.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes,
What did you send? 5,000, right?
yes,
God bless you, Red Bull. Thank you very
thank
much. Yes, thank you very much. You tried. If everybody send 1,000, we will not think of this. We will still think of let the case be charged to court today. God bless you, ma'am.
thank you.
Oh, what's happened? We said the video. Okay, I think something happened there before the video drop off. How did it get to? How did the video get to 7? How did the share get to 57? I saw like 200 and something. What are J best billions? Which question are you asking? All right, this is where we are going to stop for today so that we'll be able to do other things. Um, Madam Stella, you will communicate with us once, according to them, you were told that the result is ready.
Yes, tomorrow I should come and collect it.
Tomorrow you should come and collect
You know, I
it.
told them I'm going to London to go and collect it. And they said they are going to send it to me. I said no because I've lost confidence in them. Because I want to
Normally,
see my
if they are
child
the
results.
one, did they give you medical report there or you just take the child in?
They gave medical reports.
So the result will be sent to them. So with the results and the case file, yourself and the child and all the parties that were suspecting that first detained them will transfer all of you to gender. And you let us know because we will still let genders know so that as you are coming before you go, we must have send people to gender to come wait for them. So that they will give you another fresh medical report from gender where other tests proper test to be run on the child, and we know the health state of the child before we proceed further. So the rest assured there will be no issue. Okay?
Thank you. But, I would like to have a copy of the results when it comes from that general hospital.
We'll let the result come out first. They may now want to give you this complete medical. Yeah, those that give to this
And the results were tests.
Yeah.
I need them.
that is from you. They are only say if you did anyone in the private hospital, you can demand for that. But this very one is for police. All right, thank you very much for being with us. Kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV and follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. The number that you can call on 08, the number is displayed there. You can call on this line and you'll be given number where you send your complaint to if you are not in Lagos or you are not in Nigeria. Yeah. So it's from Nigeria that you demand and they will give you a complaint fix.
So tomorrow, first of all, go to the police station, are we?
Yeah, because if they want to transfer, if they want to transfer the case, they want to have all the parties. They cannot transfer the case without you being there with them. They can't transfer the case without the other parties. They invite all of you there, then they transfer all of you to this case. Yeah. That is how it should be done, except they want to ask you to be going there, they are coming there. But otherwise, all the parties supposed to be with the police while they are transferring their case.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So no need for me to come here direct to my home to go again.
You have to wait until you call them. Yeah. But if you guys are on your way, then you call me. All right, thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
Okay, thank you.